Hello, Virgo. This is your spiritual bestie, Ciara. I want to start by saying welcome if you're new, welcome back if you're not. My dog wanted to come near me, and then after I start the video, she leaves. Anyway, I want to start by saying welcome. This is a reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. So, general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind for me. This reading is going to be your last quarter of 2025. So, October, November, December reading. And we're going to get right into it. So I'm going to pull several oracles. That's going to be for everything for the last quarter. And then our tarot is going to break it down. Okay. So let's get into it. I'm excited. All right. For Virgo, for last quarter, October, November, December, what's coming in for them? For Virgo, last quarter, Spirit. Thank you. Ooh. Okay. All right, so you got milk and honey. I love that, number 51. You also got, oh, here we go. There we go. Make sure it all fits. You also on the bottom of the deck got deep knowing, number 43. So that is very much a card of knowledge and intuition. But with that milk and honey, I'm hearing fortune after difficulty, right? With that rainbow here, it's always like the rainbow is after all of the rain and the storm, and it's been hard, you know what I mean? And that milk and honey is the sweetness of it, right? Being able to actually get the prosperity. Milk and honey is prosperity and abundance. So things are going to start tasting real sweet for you that last quarter. I really like it for you, actually. Let's keep going. For Virgo, last quarter of 2025, Spirit. For Virgo. All right. Learn from the past. Number 25. I like that. Bottom of the deck, you got the moth, Spirit. Surrender now. Yeah, 39. So it feels very much like they're saying to allow yourself to open up, right? Surrendering is a vulnerable type of energy. It is allowing yourself to open up to the new, honestly. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable and accept things as it comes. And the fact that you got a learn from your past, it does feel like there is this energy of you like learning from your past and actually growing from it, right? Finding something, I was going to say something new, but that's not what I really wanted to say. It feels more like you're starting to realize that the way you were operating in the past is not how you have to stay operating. Does that make sense? You have more in store. You don't have to stay the same way you were in the past. It feels very much like you have gone through a transformation or an evolution, and now you're realizing that the things you want are feasible. You don't have to play small. You don't have to pretend like you're not abundant or like you're not that girl, that guy, that individual. You can have what you want. And I'm also hearing you're realizing your manifestation powers are actually quite strong. Like you can have what you want if you want it. Virgo, last quarter of 2025, October, November, December. What's coming in for Virgo? What does Virgo need to know? What does Virgo need to focus in on at this time? Slow down. Anything else? Woo. Okay, too many. Hold on. For Virgo, just one, please. Okay. We'll take a line. Perfect. Bottom of the deck, though, you do got healing. So it does feel like you're in a very healed energy. So you got slow down. It says, life isn't a race, nor is it a competition, Virgo. You need to slow down. Doing so doesn't make you weak or less than. It makes you strong, wise, and much better able to navigate life with clarity and ease. I like that. And then you got a line. It says, you're being asked to align your current situation, even if it's not easy to do so. Trust that there is much to be learned by being here. Push against what is Oh, push against what is will only make things harder on you. Align, surrender, trust. That's a word again, surrender. Surrender, 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 and trust. So there's going to be some shifting happening for you in this last quarter, Virgo. And it feels like it's going to tie into a past situation that may have happened. And it's asking you to it's asking you to very much so to surrender and allow the shift and change to happen, because it's pushing you toward alignment. Let's keep going. We're going to pull a couple of tea leaves for you, Virgo, for this last quarter. Okay. For Virgo spirit. Okay. For Virgo, last quarter, October, November, December. For Virgo, what do they need to know? What's coming in for them? Oh, that flew. I'll take one more. Okay, thanks. All right, so you got the card career. And then you got shield. It says you need to defend yourself. And then you got September. Oh, interesting. So this is your October reading, but the fact that we also got September here is very interesting. I'm kind of curious on what this September is. What is this September, spirit? Because I'm nosy. What is this September for Virgo? Can I just have one card, please, for this September for Virgo? Lily, spiritual love. Interesting. Okay. So you might, advice from a friend, you might be actually experiencing some relationships, or you might meet someone in September that actually makes you believe in love again. It's, see love for what it is again. And maybe, Mike, you want to actually expand a little bit when it comes to love. Here. Oh, I do want the bottoms of that. Okay. So we're going to shift this around. Sorry. So we're going to do September. No. Virgo. we're gonna do September, and then we're gonna put this lily here, and then we're gonna do career, and then put the shield here. There we go. That looks a little bit better, because in that way we can see these messages here. All right, so for career, it says you need to defend yourself. Now, I don't know if this you need to defend yourself is really connected to your career specifically. It feels very much like it could be connected to your career for some of you. I'm hearing maybe even just standing up for yourself. I'm also seeing for some of you, you could be applying for a promotion or getting a promotion or being evaluated for a promotion, and they might have you, you might be asked, why do you think you deserve it? And they're saying don't play small, right? There is a need to not defend yourself is not the right word, but I'm hearing talk yourself up. You know you're the shit. Act like you're the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting. You know you're the shit. Just act like that. Now it's time to show people how you really are the shit. Anyway, let's keep going. So we're going to get into some tarot. This is where it's going to get a little bit more detailed. So bear with me, because I'm excited. We're going to see what's going on for you, Virgo. For October, for Virgo, overall energy for Virgo for October. The Magician. Oh, I like that. Okay. And then can I have what's coming in for Virgo in October? Okay. The Emperor. What? Okay. 2 major arcanas coming out right back to back is insane. And then what's their resolution for October? What should they focus on for Virgo? October. Okay. Listen, it's getting very lovey-dovey on this reading already. Just saying. It's getting lovey-dovey in this reading already, okay? Oh my goodness. Okay, bottom of the deck though, you do got the Death card here. We'll keep going. So for November for Virgo, what's their overall energy? For Virgo for November, overall energy. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. And then what's coming in November for Virgo? Justice. Oh my God, this is such a delicious reading already. And what should they focus on in November? Focus for Virgo. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait. Almost all of these are major arcanas, except for the King of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Virgo, this reading is insane. Okay, let's keep going. This is crazy. Okay. Overall energy for Virgo for December, Spirit. December for Virgo. Oh. You know what's so crazy? This 5 of Cups landed on this, you need to defend yourself. You also got this 3 of Wands. We're going to talk about everything. So don't worry, we're going to get into everything. But wow, this is crazy. Okay. And then for December, what's coming in for Virgo? For December, what's coming in? Okay. And then lastly, what's the resolution for December? Baby. Bottom of the deck, you got the moon. Fears and anxieties. Okay. Let's keep going. So, Virgo, we have so much to discuss, and I hope you're ready to get into this tea, because, girl, guy, bestie, I'm ready to get into this tea with you. All right, let's start with October. So, how I've been doing it, at least what I did for Capricorn, is I'm going to go through and just talk about October based off what I see, and if I need further clarity, I'll pull out my clarifying deck. We'll pull some cards, and then they'll go back into the deck because I don't have any more room on the table. Okay. Your overall energy for October, Virgo, is the Magician, which I absolutely love. The Magician is literally the card of manifesting, creating, a wish granted. You're able to create whatever you want. Okay, in the card of the Magician, they have the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles, which means they can take any of those and create whatever they want. They are the alchemist of the tarot. You get what I'm saying? So it feels like in the month of October, you're realizing that whatever you want, you can actually create and accomplish at this time. So whatever you've been speaking out, speaking into existence, manifesting, it feels like October is when you're actually going to start to see it form and take shape. Now, for what's coming in, we got the Emperor. Now, you know I have to talk about it because, Virgo, I think you the Empress, baby. And I think, I think this Emperor that's coming in is another person. The reason why is because for resolution, I got the King of Cups, right? King of Cups is a card of romance, right? King of Cups is that energy of emotional maturity. Also, if you hear something, they are doing construction next door. I wanted to bring that up. Okay. So with the King of Cups, that's emotional maturity, right? All of these waves, the dolphin, everybody splashing around, and he ain't moved. He's chilling because that's his environment. He's able to control his emotions, control himself, and he has a very mature energy. But also, this is a card of someone who has loved. I'm also, for some reason, I'm getting who has loved and lost, right? Who has experienced maybe even something similar to you, Virgo, or something different. But it feels like this person knows what loss looks like and knows what love looks like, right? So it feels like something's coming in October. And this even could be something that happens at the end of September and it finalizes in October. You'll have to let me know in the comments, Virgo. I would love to know. But it feels very much like someone is coming in to show you that things can be better, right? Spiritual love. This is not just a baby small love. This is someone who wants to actually set up roots with you, grow with you, communicate with you, and build with you. You get what I'm saying? This isn't someone who's just going to come by and just be like, toss it and leave it kind of energy. This is someone who wants to actually set up shop with you. Now, I will say, if you're not interested in love, the other message I'm getting is what's coming in for you with the Emperor is you are elevating, right? The Emperor is the divine masculine, and it doesn't matter what your gender is or whatever, you know, how you identify yourself. But the Emperor is a divine masculine energy. He is literally the card of Yang, right? He is action oriented. He is, I was going to say aggressive, but he knows what he wants. He's a determined energy. He doesn't sit down or back down. He's always moving forward. And in the original tarot, he actually has a robe and a crown, but underneath he has his armor, which means he can go out into battle or he can lead. He can do both. You know what I mean? He's not just going to sit around and let someone overrule or override him. So it feels very much like you might be getting into an energy of the Emperor. You might be deciding to stand up for yourself, really build up yourself. For some of you, this could, like I said, could be a promotion, or you really setting yourself up for success. But with that resolution being the King of Cups, it could be them saying that you have gone through something where you've realized your emotional maturity. And maybe someone in your, because I'm also going to say this, if the love thing doesn't register, it could be that you actually are dealing with someone who might be emotionally immature. But the thing is, you've been through so much and you know how to handle your emotions. So you're at a point now where you're like, I can have a conversation with someone who is emotionally immature and still stay grounded in my maturity. You get what I'm saying, Virgo? Let's get some clarity. Any additional messages, anything else Virgo needs to know for the month of October? We got the Magician, the Emperor, the King of Cups. Anything else they need to know? Okay. Anything else? Okay. I got 2 cards. The Empress is on the bottom of the deck. Yo. Okay. That's all. These are the divine counterparts, dude. And then we got the Ace of Cups. Oh, honey. Okay, so you got the Queen of Swords and you got the Knight of Wands here. Now, Queen of Swords, Knight of Wands, and I'm also going to just go ahead and take this Empress. What? You also got the Hierophant again. So this could be a Taurus coming in for you, because that's what the Hierophant is a Taurus. But with that Queen of Swords, it's, you know what you want, right? Queen of Swords is all about boundaries, clarity. She has unbiased, judgment. She's not going to think about her heart. She's thinking about logics, right? And with that Knight of Wands here, that might be someone who has a very attractive energy, very passionate, very action-oriented, very fearless, right? Can be a little impulsive, could have playboy, playgirl type of energy, however it resonates. And then also the Empress. So you could be attracting someone who has a very adventurous spirit. Could also be a fire sign. For some of you, I'm seeing that because with the King of Cups here is your resolution, it feels like they're saying don't let yourself be guarded, right? Empress is open. She is yin energy. She's nurturing. She's accepting of love. And the Queen of Swords is not. She's guarded. She's cut off. And the fact that we also got the King of Cups here, it feels very much like they're saying, Virgo, to not let yourself, like, know what you want, right? Know your boundaries, know your worth, but don't let yourself be so cold that you put up walls and you can't allow yourself to experience something new. So I will say this. This could be someone else or this could be the same person. For some of you, you could be attracting someone who has a very playful, excited energy. Might be a little silly or might be a little on the, you know what I heard? I heard they're attractive and they know it, right? They're the type of person that like be the guys that take off their shirt at the, at the beach or when they run because they know they're attractive and they know everybody's going to be looking at them. That type of energy. But for some of you, this could even be a second person trying to come in and you're like, no, boundaries. I've already found my counterpart. You get what I'm saying? So however it resonates for you, Virgo, but that's kind of the message I'm getting for October. And I think we also had this conversation in the October reading as well. So let me know. Anyway, let's keep going. So you're in November. You got Ace of Swords, overall energy, which is mental clarity. It is a victory card, right? Success. And the fact that I also said fortune after difficulty, it does feel like November, you're starting to get the justice, right? You're getting the fortune after the difficulty. The Hierophant also can be, of course, a card of a job, right? Your resolution could be focusing in on your job, focusing in on your worth, focusing in on balancing, right? The Hierophant is that card of intellect, right? The Hierophant is very smart intellectually, but they also are connected to spirit as well. And they act as a guide to other people. The Justice card is unbiased, right? It's if you've been dealt an unfair hand, we're going to give you justice. And the fact that it's in the center of your reading, it feels very much like justice is going to be served for you regarding something that may have happened in your past that you've learned from. I'm getting a lot of love, Virgo, but if it's even job, right, whatever the case may be, you're learning that you can have what you want, right? And that there is a new beginning on the horizon for you in November. And I really like it. In fact, you got 2 aces. You know what? In your October reading, you also got 2 aces. You got the Ace of Pentacles and then the Ace of... No. Wait, what did you get? I think you got the Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands. I think, Virgo. You might have to go back and check me. But you did have 2 aces. I do know that. All right. Anything else for the month of November for Virgo that we need to know about? This Ace of Swords, this Justice. What's this Justice? What is this Hierophant? What's this Justice? Like anything else for Virgo for November that they need to be aware of? Okay. Ace of Wands popped out. The Queen of Pentacles popped out. Anything else? Oh, and the Page of Wands. Look at that. The High Priestess on the bottom. Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys know, but the Hierophant and the High Priestess are technically counterparts as well, right? So the fact that we keep getting counterparts is kind of insane, but I love it, okay? All right, so for additional messages, we do get the Ace of Wands, we got the Queen of Pentacles, and we got the Page of Wands, right? So this feels like something new for sure. So Ace of Wands is, and it's funny how this, I just talked about the Ace of Wands and it popped up. Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. So that's why I'm saying October, it feels like September, October, someone's going to be entering your life, an opportunity, something's going to enter your life. I'm not sure. Like I said, it's going to be different for everyone. But it feels very much like this is something you've been waiting on with that Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you've been keeping your head down, nurturing yourself, romanticizing your own life, and focusing on your health and your wealth. And something new is going to come in that's going to show you a little bit more excitement in life. It's going to give you an opportunity to actually be like, okay, maybe I do want to do this, or maybe I do want to give this an opportunity. And it feels very much like, I don't know, I'm feeling giddy, Virgo. And I'm trying not to make this just about love, but I'm getting so much partnership love energy that it's insane. But with the Page of Wands here, you got inspiration, right? Discovery, ideas. I feel like it's definitely something new that's going to come in that's actually going to spark an interest and give you some excitement. But I also feel like this relationship is going to feel like it's going to allow you to have freedom. So for some of you, this could be, like I said, a relationship. For some of you, this could be an upgrade in your career. For some of you, it could be both, because I'm getting a lot of love and career, okay? And it feels like in November, everything is you're going to start to see the justice, right? So in November, it feels like love and career, because the Hierophant is all about career as well, is really going to pan out for you. A lot of things are going to shift, and you're going to start to receive a lot of new things, right? New opportunities, new growth, new expansion. And you're actually going to get excited and have a reason. I'm hearing you're going to feel really inspired and excited about your life again. If you've been feeling a little like dull or low, things are about to shift for you, Virgo, okay? Okay. Let's get to your last one, and we're almost done. I hope you're enjoying it so far. All right, so we're in December now. All right, so your December, you got 5 of Cups, 3 of Wands. 5 of Cups is that grieving, right? It's sadness, it's depression. It is crying over a loss, right? Experiencing a grief of a loss. And 3 of Wands is waiting for something to happen, waiting for something to shift. For some of you, you could have experienced a loss or a situation where you're trying to, I'm hearing waiting for the outcome, right? So for some of you, this could be you deciding to, move towards something new, leave something behind. And now you're waiting for the outcome of that decision. And even though it was tough and it hurt, it feels like emotionally you knew this is what you needed to do. The fact that you also got the 8 of Wands for what's coming in for you, it definitely feels like work is going to pick up. I'm hearing you're going to be putting your mastery into play, right? So whatever you've been working on, whatever you've been thinking about, it definitely feels like it. For some of you, if you have applied for a promotion or to get a job, it does look like it's panning out, especially with that 8 of Pentacles. Your middle row is absolutely insane for that. But it does feel like things are going to start to work out. The fact that you also got the Ace of Cups as the last card, the resolution, it's allowing yourself to open up to allow it to work, right? It's a card of fulfillment and happiness. Now, for some of you, yes, it could be work related, but for some of you, this could be also love, right? And I'm also getting, because it says learn from your past, it feels like that 5 of Cups is past, right? It's I've grieved, I've mourned from a situation that happened in the past, and now I'm waiting for something new. I'm receiving something new, Ace of Cups. I'm allowing myself to open up and work towards that something new, right? Because this is your resolution. This is what you got to focus on, which is that new love, that new opportunity, that new beginning. And what's coming in is the work of it, right? Making it work and expanding on that and actually putting in the time and the effort. I'm hearing foundation is very important for you in December. Whatever it is you're doing or starting, December is going to be all about building and building a solid foundation, so there is a continuous flow of love and fulfillment. So many aces. Let's keep going. Any additional information for December for Virgo? They got 5 of Cups, 3 of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. Ace of Cups. Jeez Louise, Ace of Cups. Anything else for December for Virgo that they need to be aware of? Okay. Anything else? Anything else? Okay. You got the Queen of Cups on the bottom. Dude, so many counterparts. We already had the Emperor and the Empress. We've had the Hierophant and the High Priestess. And now we've had the King and the Queen of Cups. That's crazy. All right. So you got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Every single ace has come out now. You've had the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, now the Ace of Pentacles. So you've gotten every single ace, which is literally the Magician. Virgo, come on. I'm excited. This is good. I promise. I'm just like about to throw my cards in a good way. All right. So for additional messages, we got this Ace of Pentacles, we got the 6 of Cups, and then we got the 7 of Swords, which I will probably clarify because I'm curious on what that is. It could also be that that 7 of Swords is you keeping things to yourself regarding a new opportunity or a new person. The fact that you got the Ace of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups, I have to talk about it. So Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity, right? A new financial opportunity, a new career move. And the fact that you got career is going to be very heavy for you in the last 3 months of this year. But with that 6 of Cups, that can be a romance, right? It can be familiarity and feeling safe. It feels like whatever this is, for some of you, yes, this could be like you feeling very safe in a job and very secure, right? For some of you, this could be love and you're feeling very safe and secure within a relationship, right? It doesn't have to be a full-blown love yet, right? But it feels like this is going to be very slow and very, it's going to feel kind of almost like familiar. For some of you, this could even feel like a soulmate, twin flame type of energy. But with the 6 of Cups, it feels very much like a gift from the universe. Like it's going to all make sense with that Ace of Cups and the 6 of Cups. It feels like this is going to feel safe and you're going to feel safe. And I feel like for the first time, you're going to be kind of scared that you feel so safe. 7 of Swords, I feel like when this happens, you might be keeping it to yourself because you don't want others to get in your business about it. I'm going to take that Queen of Cups because I have to. Anyway, but the 7 of Swords, it could be that you're keeping it more to yourself because you don't want others to speak on what you want to do. And I'm not saying you're keeping it to yourself because you don't, it just feels like you're keeping your happiness close to your chest because you don't want to share it. But let me clarify this 7 of Swords. Why the 7 of Swords, Spirit? What's this 7 of Swords? What is this? 2 of Wands. Can I have one more for the 7 of Swords? One more? Please? Okay. Page of Swords. Oh, interesting. Look at that 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, though. Love that for you. 10 of Cups, you already know happiness, family growth, expansion. It is being happy with what you have, grateful for what you have. And it is considered a divine love and a spiritual love. Okay, so you got the 2 of Wands, Page of Swords. You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing because you're moving forward, you're expanding, you're looking towards what else is out there in the world, you might trigger someone with that Page of Swords. Because it feels like this is looking back at their back and they're like, how dare you leave me? How dare you betray me? 7 of Swords. But this feels like this person might be in the past, and this might be someone who has hurt you in the past, betrayed you in the past. That's why they're saying to learn from the past. It feels very much like this person might try to do whatever they can to keep you. They might try to do whatever they can to keep you from expanding yourself or to moving forward. But it does feel like Anyway, it does feel like you know that you know that you have to move forward. And maybe that's also why you're keeping it to yourself, because you don't, that's maybe why you're keeping it to yourself with the Seven of Swords, because you're like, if I tell them that I'm expanding, that I'm dating, it might trigger them, and I'm not interested in adding that to my plate. I want to keep it to myself. But also, I do worry with that Seven of Swords that you might be self-sabotaging yourself, Virgo, and feeling like you don't want to tell anyone or even tell someone because you're afraid that something that happened in the past is going to happen again. Something else to think about. But it feels very much like they're saying to don't allow yourself to stay stuck in the past with your fears and anxiety, because like I said, you have the moon at the bottom. Oh, look at that. The Hanged One too. Oh. And the King of Pentacles. We got the Queen of Pentacles earlier. That's kind of crazy, actually. I told you every single counterpart has come out. Anyway, like every single one. But with that Hanged One and the Moon, it feels very much like they're saying, don't let your fears and anxiety stop you or hold you back. Take it slow. Take it easy for whatever it is. Even if it's like love, relationship, work, friendship, whatever. They're saying to make sure you don't shoot yourself in the foot. And don't allow your fears and anxiety to hold you back. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Surrender to the new. Surrender towards the things that are coming in towards you. You don't have to rush this relationship or rush to be really good at this job, right? I'm getting like, you know how like when you get promoted and then you feel bad that you make mistakes? They're saying don't beat yourself up. Don't treat yourself poorly, right? Slow down. Allow yourself to be open and vulnerable. Allow yourself to realize that, you're not perfect, right? You're learning because you're doing a new job or you have a new relationship. Like, you don't have to rush this. It's not going anywhere, is what I'm saying. Anyway, Virgo, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. We're going to end it off with an affirmation from my Listen Be Affirmation deck. So let's see. What's a good affirmation for Virgo for the rest of this last quarter here for 2025? Okay. It says your opinions aren't tattoos. You can change them at any time. Ooh, at bottom it says give yourself the same love you pour out into the world, and I feel that in my soul, Virgo, very much. Pour into yourself. You poured too much into people these past few years, decades even. It's time to pour into yourself at this time. And you're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to have a different opinion. You're allowed to speak out your truth, because your truth may not match everybody else's, and that's okay. All right, Virgo, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, my loves. But other than that, I'll see you in my next reading. Take care. Bye-bye.